diverse and young people who were uprooted from the hustle of inner city life to beautiful mountains and the outdoors. Now, for many of the teenagers, this was their first time leaving the city and experiencing hikes and swimming in a creek and that type of thing. All this is captured on film as a way of promoting peace among our youth. Joining us now with more information about all of this are Ellie Walton, filmmaker with Meridian Hill Pictures. That's a company right here in Washington. HawaH, who is on the side there, he is the co-founder of One Common Unity, and Asha Gardner, one of the participants in the Fly by Light program, and she is a student at Woodrow Wilson High School. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Okay, let's start at the beginning. HawaH, I want to start with you. The organization is One Common Unity, and you run the Fly by Light program. Tell me what One Common Unity is.
One Common Unity is a grassroots nonprofit organization. We started in the year 2000 here in Washington, D.C. by a group of artists and educators that were determined to stop the violence that was really perpetuating throughout the city. There was so many school shootings, and within the schools themselves, we felt there was an important component of social-emotional learning that was missing. So our goal has been to provide an outlet for young people to find their voices, to use art and music, to create a space for them to see how they can use their compassion to transform communities.
Have you been happy with the results?
It's been pretty phenomenal, and you'll be able to speak to Asia in a second, because this is part of the results. But you know, our work is really to help young people find ways to deal with their internal conflict, their trauma, their emotions, and find the words and the language to express it. And so we've been around for 12 years now doing this work in the city, in schools and rec centers, and running programs like Fly by Light, A New View, and also Revolution. These are all youth programs that we've started.
All right. I want to ask you quickly, tell me about Fly by Light itself, and then Asha, I want to talk about your experience in that program.
Fly by Light was inspired by this idea of helping young people that have not had the experience outside of the city blocks, the concrete. Many young people are born in inner cities and never are able to get outdoors and sit around a bonfire, see trees, swim in a beautiful crystal water creek. And so our intention was to uproot them from what they know to create a situation where new learning could take place, unlearning could take place, and an inspiration could take place to find love for nature, to find love for ourselves, and to create relationships.
So, Asha, let me ask you, first of all, what grade are you in at Woodrow Wilson?
I'm 11th.
11th grade. So you got to go out into the country. Was this the first time you had done this?
No, I have been going camping before with LEYC.
Okay.
I worked with the Art and Media House during the Summer Youth Employment Program.
Very good. Okay. Well, tell me what this experience was like and what your experience has been with Fly by Light.
It was an amazing experience. I was really skeptical about going out with like all these strangers, like people I'd only known for like 2 weeks into West Virginia. Some of the things we learned, and even some of the strategies we used to handle difficult situations in life itself, and handling social issues and all that stuff, I still use this very day. Was it interesting to get to know these other people that you didn't know and maybe learn a little bit about them and their experiences? Yeah, it was really interesting. Even now, we're still a family. Everything that we've been through together, we managed to stay together as a family.
That's great. Ellie Walton is the director of the movie. We're seeing clips of it now as we talk. Tell me a little bit about the experience of going out there. Did you know what you would get when you set up the cameras?
Not at all, not at all. And that was the excitement of it. And especially as a filmmaker, I think having this journey that we were going on and capturing, and it was really beautiful, especially having myself grown up in DC. I think it was really important to, first of all, show what young people are really going through growing up, and then to see what happens when you take them out of their comfort zone and give them a space where they're surrounded by people who love them and are jumping into creeks for the first time and seeing that joy on their face and the expression when Asha is like coming up with that song and she's performing it, and seeing those walls that young people kind of put up in the city to survive, seeing them one by one come down.
Yeah, because I was going to ask, were some of the kids, naturally there might be some resistance. It's something new, something foreign that you don't necessarily understand. So you see that, and you do see those walls drop.
Yeah, there was one young person who had never been outside the city, and she hated bugs, and she wanted to go home, and by the end, she actually stayed. Again, those walls came down, and she opened up and really thrived.
Where can we see this movie? I know there's one screening this weekend. There's a bigger screening next Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday, May the 3rd at the Josephine Butler Center in Northwest Washington, D.C., right near Malcolm X Park. Do you know the direct address?
I have it. We have it up here, if this is correct. 2437 15th Street Northwest. There's no actual cost, but you're asking people to make a donation, whatever they feel. Suggested $15 to $30.
And we're asking for these donations because the film is in post-production right now, and
Gotcha.
We are a grassroots nonprofit. Ellie has been an amazing, with the filmmaking. We run off the strength of volunteers, and right now we're trying to finish some important audio production on the film. It's still in a rough cut stage, but
Gotcha.
it's so ready to fly. And we're looking for support from anyone out there that wants to help us finish this film.
All right. We got to go. Thank you all for coming in. I can't wait to see the film, and we wish you all the best of luck with everything else you do, too. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Allison, over to you.
That's wonderful.